1, 2, 3, let's go.
Wednesday afternoon, hoping you will tune into our show. It's hosted by Cuz.
Welcome back to the Alien Spaceship Talkshow podcast. And in case you're just joining us, you're listening to the Alien Spaceship Talkshow podcast with Emmy Hikins and Trevor Gear.
And my brother, Trevor.
With their car or the train driver, she said she couldn't do that. She would not do that. So she decided she would end her life in this assisted dying way. Now, just to sort of come to the conclusion of it, this was all very recent. And in fact, let me read you from the Swiss facility. The Swiss facility agreed to help the grieving mum end her life after her only child, aspiring musician Marcus, choked to death 4 years ago. Rudy Habiger, Pegasus founder, told the Daily Mail, "I can confirm that Wendy Duffy, at her own request, was assisted to die on April the 24th. Now that's last Friday. This is very recent. And the procedure was completed without incident and in full compliance with her wishes. I can also confirm that neither we nor any of the professional staff assessing her mental capacity had any doubt as to her intention, understanding and independence of both thought and action. In historical terms in English law, hers was a case of sane suicide. Wendy chose to die wearing one of her son's t-shirts because it still smelled of him," she said. And she also died with they could choose music, and she chose a beautiful song called "Die With a Smile." You may know it, by Bruno Mars and Lady Gaga. And in the interview she gave with a Daily Mail reporter, a woman, she said, "I'm sorry, because now I've told you about that song, you'll never be able to hear it in the same way again." And I played it, and it is a fantastic song, to say the least. So that's Wendy's story. Now, just as a brief background, euthanasia in this country, which is where, or in any country, but here, which is where you assist or encourage someone to end their life, is completely illegal. And if you're found guilty, you're liable to a prison sentence of up to life in prison. Assisted dying. Now, the assisted dying bill has already gone through the House of Commons twice. It's now been delayed because we've come to the end of the term, if you like. But there are quite a lot of MPs who are going to resurrect it after the King's speech. And it's only got to be revised by some of the House of Lords revision edits, if you like. So it looks like it will go through. So you will be able to, in certain strict conditions, end your life in an assisted suicide way. Interestingly, her 4 sisters and 2 brothers were not told the timeline of Wendy's demise when she was going to die last Friday, for their own protection, just in case there was some legal loophole that said, well, they knew when it was going to be and they didn't stop her, so they could be charged, in theory, with assisting a suicide. So she didn't tell them the dates. Obviously, a lot of legal advice was taken there. So that's the story of Wendy. And I wonder if any of that might colour your view a bit. You said that on balance, and I appreciate you said you felt on the fence, and I think a lot of us do. I think that's probably the majority opinion. We sit on a fence thinking, well, yes or no. But I guess if we were walking in someone's shoes, either a relative or, God forbid, ourselves, that would completely possibly change our opinion on something like that. Wendy said her life was agony. She was obviously an intelligent woman. She'd been a former care worker. Lovely lady, and everything about her quite clearly was lovely, but she could not cope with the loss of her only son. Now, I'm sure there are many people around the world who do cope. I'm not giving them praise against Wendy, I'm not criticising her, but I think we need to recognise, and I'm sure we do, that anybody suffering the loss, particularly of a child, must go through great difficulties really for the rest of their lives, but you learn, I guess, to manage it. So anyway, that story of Wendy, does it colour your view on what you've said earlier?
Well, first of all, I would like to send my deepest condolences to the families of Wendy for losing a loved one, really. Now, I listened intently to the story of Wendy, although only Wendy could tell the story herself, the way that it really affected her emotionally and otherwise. However, I looked at the circumstances, and I think I'm back on the fence fully. I'm thinking now it does raise certain questions for me personally, because at first I was leaning towards life. I was like, okay, so I'm sat on the fence, but
We're
going to take a short break now. We're back shortly. You've been listening to the Alien Spaceship Talk Show with Trevor Gear and Emmy Hikins.
The Alien Spaceship Talk Show podcast is looking for sponsors. So join us. If you're a company out there looking to spread the word about the products and services you provide, please get in touch with Deepstuff Radio Podcast on info@deepstuffrecords.com, or to use the contact form on our website to contact us. Please visit radio.deepstuffrecords.com. Also, if you're looking to get involved on the Alien Spaceship Talk Show podcast, reach out via our Deepstuff Radio Facebook page. Thank you.
Say hello to old Mimi, Dr. Gladys and Rose, three beautiful ladies who join us on our shows. There's one other bro, sometimes joins us on the show. His contribution's thoughtful and smart,